Good morning, students. Today we are going to take up another long poem by Robert Browning, Rabbi Ben Ezra. Robert Browning was a major Victorian poet, and he is known for his intellectual vigor, wit, and psychological studies. And as far as the creation is concerned, the type of poetry he has written, he is best known for his dramatic monologues. Though about Robert Browning, we will have a different lecture, Robert Browning and his art. Today we are going to read the poem Rabbi Ben Ezra. This poem was first published in 1864 in Browning's poems volume, Dramatic Personae. This Rabbi Ben Ezra, it is taken from some Arabic word. Rabbi was a Jewish scholar of Jewish religion and law, and this word Ben Ezra, historically it is known to be a Jewish scholar of Middle Ages. And again, this poem is also in the form of dramatic monologue, and the speaker of this poem, means who is speaking, is the Rabbi himself, and even the critics or scholars believe that it was about Abraham ibn Ezra, who was a rabbi and who was driven by persecution from Spain into a life of travel and scholarship. And in this poem, though it is being spoken through the mouth of Rabbi, but it also presents the optimistic vision of life of Robert Browning and his philosophy of life. The poem conveys the message that youth is a time of struggle. If we look at the way of gods towards men, then he says that the real taste of life can be achieved in old age only. In the young age, we are not that much devoted or able to understand the things which the God has given or designed for us. So he says that only in the later ages, only in the old age, we are able to understand the designs of God, the purposes of God in full. Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be, the last of life, for which the first was made. Our times are in his hand, who saith, a whole I plant. Youth sows but half, trust God, see all, nor be afraid. Now, Rabbi, in his very opening stanza, or rather we can say that Robert Browning, through the mouth of Rabbi, what he is saying, that grow old along with me. The best is yet to be, the last of life, for which the first was made. He says, don't be afraid. Grow old with me. Means, as I am growing old, you should also grow old with me. The best is yet to be. Don't be afraid to grow old, because the best is yet to be. The best is yet to happen with us. So far we have seen the young, the youth only, and youth is not the best part of life. The best part of life is yet to come. How? He says the last of life. What is the best of life? Is the last of life. जो हमारे जीवन में बेस्ट क्या है, वो लास्ट ऑफ लाइफ है, यानी ओल्ड एज है. देन ओनली वी विल नो दैट व्हाट इज बेस्ट इन लाइफ फॉर अस, फॉर विच द फर्स्ट वाज मेड. बिकॉज द फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ मीन्स द यूथ, द यंग एज which we have lived so far, it was made only for the attainment of old age. Until we reach the old age, till then, this is the paving way for the old age, nothing else. Youth, young age जो है, ये सिर्फ old age तक जाने का रास्ता भर है, nothing else. Our times are in his hand, who saith, a whole I plant, youth shows but half, trust God, see all nor be afraid. He says that our times means the whole time duration which we spend on this earth is in his hand. His means H capital, it means it's referred about God, that our times means the time span which we spend here, है ना, हम जो जीवन यहाँ व्यतीत करते हैं इस अर्थ पे, वो किसके हाथ में? गॉड के हाथ में, है ना। आपने सुना होगा, अपने बुजुर्ग कहते हैं ना, जीवन मरण जो है वो भगवान के हाथ में है ना। ही गिव्स लाइफ एंड ही टेक्स अवे लाइफ, है ना। नथिंग कैन वी डू, हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते हैं अगर गॉड डिसाइड करता है ऐसा कुछ, या जो भी हमारा स्पिरिचुअल बिलीफ है कि हमारा जो जीवन मरण है वो भगवान के हाथों में, है ना। सो ही सेज आवर टाइम्स आर इन हिज हैंड, आवर लाइफ, our total time span, that how much time, how in which way we will spend, it is in the hands of God. Who saith, who means God says, saith means sage, archaic word है ये. Who saith a whole I plant, I have planned a whole life for you, means in totality I have planned it for, not in partitions, means nothing like that, that youth planned in a different manner and the old age planned in a different manner. I have planned it in a totality, means जो पूरी लाइफ है वो मैंने प्लान की आपकी. So youth shows but half, and the whole planning which the God has made for us, the whole design of time which the God has decided for us, the youth only shows the half of it, है ना। भगवान ने जो है हमारे लिए एक होल प्लान किया, मतलब एक पूरी टोटलिटी में लाइफ जो है वो प्लान की है, एंड यूथ शोज ओनली हाफ ऑफ इट. और अगर हम यूथ की बात करें, यंग एज की बात करें, देन इट शोज ओनली हाफ ऑफ दैट टोटल प्लानिंग. ट्रस्ट गॉड, सो हैव ट्रस्ट ऑन गॉड, भगवान पे इसलिए ट्रस्ट कीजिए, विश्वास कीजिए उस पे. एंड सी ऑल, सी ऑल मीन्स वट एवर ही हैज प्लान्ड फॉर अस, सी दैट ऑल, उस पूरे को देखिए, उस पूरे को अंडरस्टैंड कीजिए. नॉट बी अफ्रेड, डोंट बी अफ्रेड टू ग्रो ओल्ड, इसलिए ओल्ड होने से, बूढ़े होने से डरिए मत, फेस कीजिए. बिकॉज वट एवर द गॉड हैज प्लान्ड फॉर अस, it has been planned in a totality, means youth plus old, both the ages are included in it. So don't be afraid. Note that amassing flowers youth side, which rose make ours, which lily leave and then as best recall. Note that admiring stars it yearned, nor Jove nor Mars, mine be some figured flame which blends, transcends them all. Now Rabbi he is talking about some of the traits of youth age, some of the features of youth age which we generally see, and he says that note that amazing flowers. He says note that amazing flowers. Amazing flowers is here stands for collecting beautiful things, collecting beautiful and adorable and those luring things. He says, I am not against those youthful aspirations and those youthful desires in which we desire to have beautiful flowers. Amaze, beautiful flowers means beautiful things. Like youth side, which roads make ours. He says, in our youth age we have numerous desires which always remain unsatisfied. He says that a youth, what happens that someday he selects a rose and he says, oh, that rose is beautiful and I'll have that. And then next day he says, which lily leaf, means again and again his choices, his demands change from one to another. He doesn't know that what is to be लेफ्ट बिहाइंड एंड व्हाट इज टू बी अमास्ड, है ना. उसको ये पता नहीं होता कि कौन सी चीज़ को हमें कलेक्ट करना चाहिए, किसको छोड़ना चाहिए. तो वो क्या करता है, फर्स्ट ही गोज फॉर द रोज, देन ही गोज फॉर द लिली, एंड देन लेटर ऑन एज बेस्ट रिकॉल. क्या होता है कि पहले वो एक चीज़ की डिजायर करता है, फिर वो दूसरी चीज़ की डिजायर करता है, और इस तरह बाद में लेटर ऑन वो क्या करता है, जो पहले वाली चीज़ थी उसको बेस्ट के रूप में रिकॉल करता है कि ओह दैट वाज far more better than this. Or Rabbi कह रहा है कि I am not against these things. Why? Because only after trying these different things you will learn what is best. Similarly, he says that note that I am not against that admiring star. that the youth, if he admires stars, means if he has such high goals as to reach the stars, है ना, if he has some desires which are beyond the actual life, then even I am not against that. And it yearned not Jove, not Mars, means if the youth says that he is not satisfied with the ordinary planets like Jove and Mars, and if he have this thing in his mind to think of some new star for him, some figured means imagined flame means star which blends and transcends them all. If he has this kind of high ambitions, then also he says, I am not against that, because it is the demand of the youth to think, to desire, to try to amass such high things. Not for such hopes and fears, amulling youth's brief years, do I remonstrate. Fully wide the mark. Low kinds exist without finished and finite clouds, untroubled by a spark. He says that these desires, these ambitions for which we just amulling youth's brief year. Okay, I am not against these hopes and fears which amul means which reduce to nothing, means which are worthless, which are meaningless because they haven't produced any kind of result. So he says, I am not against them. I don't remonstrate them. I don't find any fault with them. I don't blame them as anything bad or anything wrong, because these are the things which are rather good. He trumps. But he says that I do not remonstrate these such ambitions and such hopes and fears, because fully wide the marks. This is just a kind of foolishness which misses the mark. If they have reached the mark, then it was a good thing. But it is just like that. But he differentiates human beings on behalf of this thing. He says only by doing such things, only by having desires, only by having ambitions, we differentiate ourselves with the animals. Low kinds means lower kinds, means animals, lower kinds exist without lower kind of animals, they exist without such desires and such belief, ambitions and such fears. They are like finished and finite clouds like a lump of sand, मिट्टी का जैसे कोई ढीला होता है ना, finished and finite cloud. Finished means it was like some idol, जैसे कोई मूर्ति बना रखी हो ना, फिनिश्ड एंड फाइनाइट. वो फिनिश्ड है मतलब बिल्कुल अच्छे से उसको फिनिश्ड कर रखा है, डेकोरेटेड कर रखा है, बट फाइनाइट है, उसका जो एक दायरा है, उसकी जो एक लिमिटेशन है, वो उस क्लाउड की वो लिमिट है. Untroubled by a spark, which is untroubled by a spark. Spark is here for that heavenly spark, means that divine spark, that spiritual spark in which, or that spark of ambition, that spark of desire. तो वो कह रहा है जो लो एनिमल्स जो हैं, है ना, लोअर एनिमल्स जो हैं, जो ह्यूमन बींग्स से नीचे की कैटेगरी के जो एनिमल्स हैं, उनकी वो बात कर रहा है कि दैट दिस इज व्हाट डिफरेंशिएट्स ह्यूमंस बींग्स फ्रॉम द एनिमल्स. दे exist without such kind of ambition, they exist without such kind of desires, they exist without such a spark, and untroubled they remain, means they don't have any trouble to search anything, to attain anything. They live in a very happy kind of life. Poor want of life indeed, were men but formed to feed on joy, to solely seek and find and feast. Such feastings ended then, as sure an end to man. It says that poor want of life indeed, if were man but formed to feed. It says if man would have been an animal, or if it would have been the goal of human beings to feed only, means to feed hunger only, then it would be a vainful boasting life itself. अगर हम फिर कहें ना कि हम ह्यूमन लाइफ जी रहे हैं, तो हमें हमारे अंदर इस लाइफ के ऊपर गर्व करने लायक देयर वुड हैव बीन नथिंग. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता जिसके लिए हम इस लाइफ पे गर्व कर सकें. इफ़ वी आर फॉर्म्ड ओनली टू फीड ऑन जॉय, टू सोलली सीक एंड फाइंड टू फीड. अगर हम सिर्फ खाने के लिए किसी चीज़ को ढूंढते और अपने आप को फीड कर लेते, इफ़ दिस वुड हैव बीन द ओनली टारगेट, मीन्स ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट स्पिरिचुअल थिंग, दैट डिवाइन थिंग्स, कि हम जो है हम सोचते हैं हमें सिर्फ खाना और सोना और इनसे अलावा भी ह्यूमन बींग्स जो है वो एफर्ट करते हैं, अटेन करते हैं, डिजायर करते हैं. तो वो कह रहे कि इफ़ इट वुड हैव बीन द ओनली थिंग to seek and fulfill our physical appetites or physical desire, then the human life would be useless. That would not be the purpose of our life. So, such feasting ended, then as sure an end to man. He says, if once such feasting, means eating and celebrating, has ended, it would have been an end to life for man itself. ना, अगर हमारा लक्ष्य जो होता जीवन का वो सिर्फ अपना पेट भरना होता या अपनी फिजिकल नीड्स की पूर्ति करना ही होता, तो एज सुन एज दोज फिजिकल नीड्स आर सेटिस्फाइड, जो ही हमारी वो फिजिकल नीड्स पूरी हो जाती, हमारी लाइफ भी जो है वो पूरी हो जाती. इक्स केयर द क्रॉपफुल बर्ड फ्रेट्स डाउट द मॉक रेम्ड बीस्ट. वो कह रहा है द क्रॉप फुल बर्ड, अगर किसी बर्ड का क्रॉप फुल हो यानी उसका पेट अगर भरा हुआ हो, डज इट हैव एनी केयर, डज इट टेक्स एनी केयर ऑफ एनीथिंग? नो. है ना, मीन्स ही कंपेयर्स अस टू द एनिमल्स, कि अगर हम सिर्फ अपनी फिजिकल नीड्स की सेटिस्फेक्शन ही हमारा लक्ष्य होता, अगर वही सिर्फ हमें करना होता, देन देयर वुड बी नो मीनिंग ऑफ आवर लाइफ. लाइक इफ ए बर्ड्स बेली इज फुल, डज इट cares for anything else? No. Frets doubt the mock-rammed beast, or he said if some beast, if some animal, his belly is full, mock-rammed means full bellied, अगर उसकी बेली जो है फुल है, अगर उसका पेट भरा हुआ है, डच एंग्जाइटी, डाउट मीन्स एंग्जाइटी, सम काइंड ऑफ ट्रबल, डू इट फील्स? नो. अगर एक बार चाहे वो बर्ड हो चाहे बीस्ट हो, अगर उनकी बेली फुल है, अगर उनका पेट भर गया है, डू दे हैव एनी केयर, डू दे हैव एनी ट्रबल, डू दे पुट एनी एफर्ट? नो. सो दिस इज व्हाट ही इज सेइंग, दैट इफ लाइक द एनिमल्स, इफ वी टू आर ऑल्सो हैव बीन लाइक दोज लोअर kind of animals, then the only desire, the only aim of our life would have been to feed our appetite, to feed our physical needs, and then our life would have been useless, because as soon as our physical needs would have satisfied, our life would have also come to an end. Then we would not have think about anything, then we would not have planned for anything, we would not have desired for anything. So he says that only this spirituality, this divinity, this old age which gives us these benefits are something which makes the life worth. So this is it for the day. Thank you.